fellow bass addicts, back on the lake. It's like mid to I guess late December at this point. Kind of got to be a little bit addicted to be out here right now. Pretty chilly. Fishing's been tough for me. Haven't caught a bass the past 2 trips out. So just today looking to break the skunk and also doing a little bit of trophy hunting. I only brought 4 rods today and they're all big baits. Kind of just figured I haven't been getting too many bites anyways, so I might as well just go with the baits that are gonna get me the biggest fish possible. So before the year ends, just trying to get a big one. Don't know if that'll happen, but it's a good time of year. Throw the big baits. Fish are heavy. The trout are being stocked, so the bass are definitely eating those. And just figured now's the time, if there was one. So we'll see how today goes. I've got a Huddleston 68 tied on. I've got Spro Chad tied on. I've got an 8-inch trash fish, and then I've got a Nate's Baits 9.5-inch soft trout. So all big baits, all trout imitators, and that's the game plan for today. I didn't bring anything else, so there's no turning back, switching up. I'm gonna stick it out and see what happens. I'm trying to add the big bait to my arsenal a little more, get better with that in my hand. Definitely not something I'm gonna do too frequently, is just like throw the big bait all day, but to get better with it, I think that's something I need to do. So today that's the plan, and yeah, y'all, we'll see what comes of it. Hopefully we get that DD. And if any of y'all watching are big bait throwers, and you want to get out, I've been looking, trying to find someone who kind of could show me the ropes a little better. I mean, I'm slowly learning and I've had a little bit of success, but I feel like it's the easiest way to learn for me fishing is to see things firsthand and fish with other people and soak up their knowledge and just see how they're approaching things on the water. So I think it'd speed up my curve a lot more if I was able to fish with some people who already have some of that trial and error, that time on the water throwing these baits. So yeah, if any of y'all are big bait connoisseurs, hit me up, drop a comment, DM me. I'd love to get out and pick your brain, learn some things, learn some tricks and tips, and hopefully I can get better, start catching some more big fish. Oh, jeez. I got smoked. Ugh. Come on. That might have got on camera. That thing tapped it. I'm sure my rod tip went. Damn. That's what I was talking about when they just hit it. But I don't think he got it. that's on me. I gotta be able to hold my hook set. It's a good sign though. First bite of the day. Still got lots of time. And we got one interested already, so it's a good sign. Now let's see if we can get one to actually open up and eat that thing. That bite was on the 8-inch trash fish. It's definitely one of my confidence baits in terms of big baits. I've caught some fish on it in the past, so it's a little easier for me to throw. It's like Huddleston. I know it's the OG. It's caught so many giants. And I've never caught a fish on a Hud. I've had bites on a Hud, but no luck on the Hud yet. But the trash fish, I've had pretty good success. Clear Lake here, some of the other local lakes. And you know, in bass fishing, confidence is everything. If you don't believe that you can catch a fish on what you're throwing, you probably shouldn't be throwing it. Papa, come on, man. Help me out, G. Help me out. Sending up a prayer. There's a fish. Get your ass in here. Let's go. Yes, sir. Not really a big one, but I'll take it. Yup. Well, nice one on the 8-inch trash fish. Probably like a 2.5, 3 pounder. But hey, I'm not mad at it, you know. You come out here throwing the big bait, you don't even know if you're gonna get bite fish. Look at that, right in the top of the dome. 8-inch trash fish. Nice little healthy one. Smoked it. I will take it. Get some clips for the IG. All right, let's get a little release on her. solid one on the trash fish. She's going back. That one was similar depth from that other fish that I got bit by. I think it's right on that ledge when it starts to come up. It's like a gradual slope, but right at the bottom of that, where it goes from like pretty shallow slope to more steep coming into the bank. And I think those fish are probably sitting there. I don't know if they're facing outward or facing into the rocks, but either way, they're sitting there. And I'm reeling my swim bait right up to that break, and then that's where I'm getting my bites. So that's two bites so far, one fish, but it's definitely a clue as to how they're positioning. And so I'm gonna try and kind of focus my cast and make sure I'm hitting those areas more or longer during my cast. So I'll set up that certain angle so I can keep that bait in the strike zone as long as possible. But man, that feels so good to set into something. It's been fucking 3 trips. I mean, I had that catfish at Clear Lake, but not what I was looking for. But yeah, the bass bite's just been slow. So I was like, well, might as well. If I'm not getting many bites anyways. I'm not gonna come out here and throw a Ned rig to catch a 1-pounder, so I might as well upsize my bait and, you know, target those bigger fish. Yes sir, we're all warmed up now. Blood is pumping. I feel good. Locked in. That one I let it eat it a little more. That other one I felt the dump and I just swung. And I think that, I don't even think that fish ate the bait. I think that fish hit the bait. But this one, I felt it. I felt the tap, and then I kind of felt the rod start to load up, and then I swung. So I was reeling into it as I'm feeling the fish. And then once I was certain the fish was there, then I swung. And I think that's the key, is to have the patience to let that fish eat the baits. Some of these baits are big and not all the fish are ginormous. So sometimes they'll get it and then they gotta reposition it in their mouth or whatever. And sometimes they'll mouth it and then they'll let it go and then they'll keep following it and then they'll eat it again. So just not always pulling the trigger right away, but it's a thin line, because obviously you wait too long, they're going to spit it out, and then there goes your opportunity. But just trying to pay attention to feel and trying to tell the difference between a bite, like a real bite, and a hit. Over time I kind of learned that. I've had a lot of fish just hit my swim baits, and you can tell because it's like a knock, but then you keep reeling, there's nothing there. It's just like, I don't know if they run up to it real quick and they just swipe at the tail, or they hit it with their mouth closed or whatever. And with hard baits, sometimes you'll get a hook in them, but soft baits, those fish, they'll just go about the rest of their day, and you're over there like, damn. But a lot of times those tend to be smaller fish, not always, but usually the ones you want to catch, they'll get it if they want it. But still trying to target that break where it gets a little steeper. And now I'm still coming uphill, but more of an angle. It's not like a straight 90 up slope. It's a real gradual uphill. So I'm staying in one depth longer and slowly making my way uphill. Just because of the bites that I've gotten and kind of guessing where those fish are sitting, I'm starting to target a depth more. Before, I was kind of doing that 90-degree cast because I wasn't sure where those fish are at. So I'm trying to cover all the way from 25 feet all the way to 0 feet. But now that I've gotten a couple bites and caught a fish, I've got some clues as to where those fish may be. And so I can pinpoint my cast a little bit. Another thing I'm trying to do is when I'm on that more gradual slope, I'm pointing my rod at the bait. But then once I'm getting to that steeper uphill climb, I'm lifting my rod just a little bit to kind of guide that swim bait over the rocks, because your line angle is going to want to kind of drag you into those rocks when you're coming uphill. And so just changing your rod angle throughout your cast to limit the snags a little bit, so you feel yourself kind of, it starts to get a little more chunky. Just raise your rod tip a little bit and that'll help keep you out of some of that stuff. And I'm just easing my way down this stretch. I'll kind of make I'll spot lock, make a couple casts on different angles, and then I'll take the spot lock off, move down a little bit, spot lock again, and just repeat that. I don't want to drift down this bank and kind of speed up my cast. If I just let myself move to keep up with the boat, I'm gonna have to reel a little faster, and I don't want to do that. I kind of want to dictate my own speed. And also, if your boat's moving, you're not gonna feel as much. You're gonna have some slack in your line, and I need to feel as much as possible during my cast. So just making sure the kayak is still and I'm bringing the bait towards me, keeping that line tight and feeling everything that's going on. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's that break. So it goes from like 8 feet and it drops into like 20, 25 down here. So I'm thinking this is where the fish are sitting in that mid depth. It's about 15 feet is where they're positioning. And you can see it's also like there's some grass there, but then after you get past like 15 feet, the grass is gone. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, fuck, it came off. Oh, you motherfucker. God damn it. That wasn't a big one, but damn. Shit. That sucks. That was the one thing that I worried about with this reel, is it's slow. And I couldn't catch up to that fish. Damn. That's so annoying. That one bit. I like pulled it over a rock and then came over the top of the rock and then boom. That was one solid, just one solid eat. Yeah, I think I got a pretty good hook in him. I think, yeah, I just couldn't keep up with the fish and he was coming to the surface. And so when he jumped, it's just too much slack. Just got hit right there, but I don't think he got it. He just tapped it real quick. That's what I was talking about earlier. Sometimes you get those bites that are just like quick little tap and let go. There's no real chance to swing on anything because they never even ate the bait. Teeth marks. Last cast. Will magic happen? We shall see.